romance, yeah. Cause if it isn't, yeah, I'ma play my very best for you tonight. She said I have a proposition, yeah. Every red they want to take me home tonight. I said, what's that? She said, if you come make me dance, I'll stay forever. If you come make me dance. So somehow I walk when it
Along the west coast of Florida, we're looking at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one. It's the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Raymond James. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First carry here for Aaron Jones. He stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Okay, if that first play is in the indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Out of the pistol, Williams. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Now hang on, we have an injured player out there, and everybody knew who it was straight away. That's their quarterback in some pain, less than a quarter into this season.
Ready,
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
break! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles! Let go!
He's going to try to pick it up. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks instead. Well, the defense is energized with that stop.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Mayfield comes out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And some excellent work to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he cuts it back right. And He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First down, here's Baker. Cope with the catch. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
There's no question, Kate. Big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Run. 180.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's throwing deep to the left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like it attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 39-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, early momentum with that field goal.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone, so the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with Jones. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Looking from the gun, Williams. Complete beyond the marker. He'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. He finds a Dunze downfield. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Chicago first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Cade, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Williams out to play fake. That's to Dunze again. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. And the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Jones. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. Williams will look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
You've got 3 tight ends out there now. Here's 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He completes it in traffic. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
Here we go with Johnson. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bears pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. His return starts at the 5. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. The give to Irving to start his drive. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
At the 37-yard line.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Again for the first time to Rashad White. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. We're through 1/4 of this opening weekend of football. 7-3 is our score. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Mayfield now from the gun. He's got CHI. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
20! Kings!
Irving trying to run for the first. And he's able to take this one down at the 25. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
180!
Baker now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
This is Irving on 2nd. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
3rd and short, Mayfield. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball over the 35 to begin this drive. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Start with a give to Jones. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by CHI.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. DeAndre Swift, his intended target there out of the backfield. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Big strike here to Moore. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
the play fake. Williams. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. It came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Williams again. Finds him on the crossing route. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. He gets a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st down. Williams to throw. Defenders there. It's intercepted. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Hits the 20. And he takes this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Tampa Bay touchdown. Throwing the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
If you say that, you know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 6. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Williams. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Straight ahead they go with Jones. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
We've slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Back to the line they come, second down. Williams from the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Out of the pistol, Williams. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
So many coaches love third downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know how to execute, convert on these third downs.
And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Hey, alert 33, 180. What's that?
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Well, it looks like the Buccaneers made a heads-up play. Got on top of that one for the recovery. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here.
Regular. What's that?
They'll air it out on third. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. He's hit before he can get anything on that return.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, here's Jones. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Well, one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second down carry for Jones. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stop that time by Jamel Dean. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Williams to throw on third. It's on target to Moore. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Chicago first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down, Williams. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And that one's forward for 82 yards. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They send a man in motion. Third down, here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Timeout Chicago. It uses its seconds. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Forced out to his right. Williams hit, that ball's out. The Buccaneers pick it up. Now no return after that recovery. They do get the fumble, but they're going to have it deep on their own side.
This just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. They don't get the stop until he reaches that 25-yard line. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Right back to Irving now. Will take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The city just made a sweet, people diabetic. They mouth control of the seat. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling. Bad, but somebody gotta do it. Come on, put up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, Mayfield. Taking a chance to the end zone. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch out!
Shotgun handoff to Irving. Cuts his way through a tackle. And give him the 47-yard line, Brock, as he's nestled up right near that first down marker. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a
Here comes the final play of our first half. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Here's the final play of our first half.
Watch out!
Third down, give to Irving. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Yeah, really would. I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy.
We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Danny Gray to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Done!
They're going to start the half with a give to Irving. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
Watch out!
1st and 10, it's a give to White. Up to the races, middle of the field. And in, touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Rashad White touchdown.
Okay, so many of these defenses today are all about what? Stopping the explosive play, especially in the passing game. But to give up a run, an explosive run for a touchdown, that can just be demoralizing.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers bump the lead up to 13 points. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out, so no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set, 1st and 10. Here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Now a give to Jones. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers have the football back just shy of the midfield stripe. they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Irving here from the gun. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Pressure coming, Baker. He's got it. And they will face a 3rd down here, Brock, but not by much. Good effort to challenge for it. He reaches the 43.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
20! What's up?
Mayfield looking to throw on this 3rd and 1. That one's good to Godwin. He won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
He's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns. And that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes him off with 6.
McLaughlin, attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers push the lead to 20. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flight. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
The throw is Williams. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage with the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Running back sent in motion. Williams to throw on 1st. Dump off to his fullback. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Here's Jones after this will give. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got the tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. 4th down, Williams. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought it stalled out is going to carry on.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. Set up the screen here to Swift. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. This is Jones. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. A run here with Jones. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. A pickup of just under half. They get 4, and now they've got 2nd and goal at the 5.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
And goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Williams off the play fake. And they get to him again. And quickly their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Ben. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for 3rd and goal. 3rd and long for him here. Looking underneath, it's Jones. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
There's 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's 4th and goal. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Just 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's 4th and goal. Here we go with Johnson. And they turn him away. The defense holds strong, and they get off the field with a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
give to Irving to start this drive. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Buccaneers have that football partner, and more importantly, they've got a good lead. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Once again, Irving. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Brought in left side by Godwin. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Rolling into enemy territory. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
Pretty obvious as defense. They need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Out of the gun, White. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. Just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Baker now from the gun. Jump off caught by his back. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. White's going to try to smash his way in. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. White again. And he's not going to be denied a 2nd time. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Chase McLaughlin The kickoff.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set, 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Out of the gun, here's Williams. This one falls incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for him. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
3rd down, here's Jones. Stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Brings it in. And this one doesn't go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options, and there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the pistol, Williams. Fits it through the middle. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Working quickly here. First and 10, here's Jones. They give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's 2nd down. Dose of the hurry up here.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Williams will look to throw. Catch is made in close. And a big shot keeps him out of the end zone, but they're just a yard away now as that play brings him to 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
Run it up! Hey, volunteer, volunteer, volunteer!
Williams with the sneak. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Bears making the scoreboard look a touch better. Caleb Williams, the touchdown! On a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now.
Bears 14. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Buccaneers manage to recover the football. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes White. He's going to have this one down to the 20. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. We'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. Lining up to take a knee on second down.
20!
We'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. Setting up for the kneel down on third. Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa. Well, partner, long season ahead, but undoubtedly a good start here today, getting the win in week 1.
Yeah, a bad start now on the other side can snowball on you. 1 loss into 2 into 3 and so on. But you get that early win, it can get you playing at a midseason level in the early goings of a season and lead to a really good start that has you talking playoff hopes in the front half of the schedule.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners, as with that, we sign off from Tampa.